Hello everyone and welcome to Speed Force Racing tonight for action for GP2 tonight here at the Chinese Grand Prix. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the fourth round of this division, and we got an exciting days of racing today. We've got big names here, returning drivers and a legendary circuit to challenge. Welcome everyone to the Chinese Grand Prix, and we're going to get straight into the division standings, and this is going to be a great days of racing for you tonight here at this legendary Shanghai circuit, full of technical corners, long straights, heavy braking zones and loads of overtaking to be done. And this is going to be an exciting days of racing. I can't wait to get underway, and we are for qualifying. As yesterday was good, I'm sure today is going to be even better. Welcome, I'm your host tonight, Con Oliver 1997. I can't wait for this. Unbelievable that we're going to be doing this tonight, and I can't believe I'm doing this again as commentator for GP2. I'm more than welcome, and I'm going to notify you there's a name at the bottom right now that is more than happy to return tonight. But before we get to that, let's do the standings. Stella Martins lead this championship, but after an impressive victory, by some circumstances, he is still winning the championship by a good margin over Dobbo in second in the Racing Point. King David, the first of the Mercedes, goes in third. Quinton, it will start the day in fourth, along ahead of X Gamer in fifth. Serge in one of the Ferraris is sixth, ahead of Topics in seventh place in the Alpha. Ben in P8 ahead of Frederick in P9. Cassidy will start the day in P10 ahead of Mina Compri in the Williams in 11th. The Haas driver of Mr. H FTW, is in 12th ahead of Jans Lights. Is after a poor start to the season in the Red Bull. He's hoping to get more out of it today. We've got James Tillage 44 in 14th, in Chris in 15th. Irish New Potato will start the day in 16th with Seductive chasing down in 17th place. Noah is in 18th, and Mike is in 19th place. Into the constructors, Renault are ahead after a good start to the championship. They'll be starting the day ahead of Racing Point in second. McLaren are hot to the heels though in third place. Mercedes will be trying to chase them down in fourth ahead of Williams, with Williams on their tail as well. Alfa Romeo will start ahead of Ferrari. Haas is in front of Red Bull in 9th, and Alpha Tauri in P10. There you go. There's your standings complete, and there's the lap delta and the mini map to help you guys as well. And we've got the first guy on track, and I believe, where is he at? I believe it's Serge. No, it's not Serge. It's Officer Doofy, who's in third. Starts out first in the beautiful Scuderia Ferrari. And as you can see, fellas, due to the update yesterday, we finally, at last, Codemasters have finally put an update for the cars, and we finally have the official numbers on the cars. Isn't that a lovely sight to see? Which is a good sight to see as well. Officer Doofy's already down the long straight, warming up for his preparation lap, so be sure to try and see if he can make sure he can get that Ferrari as high as he can for this one. And I've got to switch it on a driver very soon, because he's so excited to be racing with us again, and I'm going to switch to a driver very soon to be happy with that. And obviously Doofy comes back in. I think it's only a sighter lap for his run. Let's go to an Alpha Tauri, and that is Noah, who's on the medium tyres. So Noah now it's going to start us off. And of course, come on, Nick Mania says Alka Bagutos Markikinos, if you want to say this name. Come on, Nick Mania, he says. And Jans Light says, hey, Cod. Hello, Jans Light. So Noah now starts his lap in the Alpha Tauri. So let's see how he cracks on. And so Noah, very good start to the season at the moment in the Alpha Tauri. Very good, a bit deep going into the hairpin there. If you haven't checked out the other two races, please be sure to check them out on our Speed 4 Racing channel to look at our other races for the start of this championship. We're only in round 4, and it's already been exciting racing for you guys today. It's been brilliant. It's probably been a good start, hasn't it? There's the tyres for you there. So Noah into the final parts here of the circuit. Good to the right, and off he goes down the back towards the back straight. And as you can see, guys, in 5th place we got a return of Need for Speed. Yes, he is back. Need for Speed is with us again after a very torrid time in his personal life, but everyone here at Speed Force Racing wishing him the best of luck, and now he is recovered. And he's actually come back for us. Anna Clark puts in the comments, Oliver, thanks for stepping in on Comms Buddy. Of course, man, anytime. Noah puts his AlphaTauri on a 132.2. Very good start from him. There's how Need for Speed. He is in the hat, and looking in now, he has a Mr. B10. He's invalidated his lap, but we don't care. He's moving out the way. But is it nice to see him at St. Martin's? Well, and Jans Lights is fastest on a 130.8. Very, very quick lap for Jans Lights on the medium tyres. Sennett's on the soft tyres. And so Irish New Potato just comes through on a 135.6. It's the slowest lap we got at the moment. And Martin, lovely stuff from the Alpha Man, who puts in a 130.6. So very good stuff from him. Very good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff. James TLH is in the pits. Need for Speed has started his lap again. So let's keep an eye on him. Oh, goes a bit wide as Need for Speed. But you know what? He's just getting started. We are so happy to have him back, aren't we? He'll be starting his GP4 campaign in Holland, but he's jumped in for GP2 just to get a feel for the game. And you know what? I'm happy to see him back. He's very slidey at the moment, Need for Speed, isn't he? So I believe he'll back off. So let's find some other drivers. Compre, Frederick's on the lap in the Williams. See how the Frederick man has got to do what he's got to do. Of course, he's a bit rusty in the moment in the Williams, but I'm sure he'll pick up in the coming parts of the season. So Frederick, known as I do, he'll do his absolute damn best when he gets on that circuit in the Williams, and when she does it, he gets a fly advantage. His lap is unfortunate. So let's go on to another guy who's on a flying lap. It's Bean Crompy. It's about to start his flying lap now in the other Williams. Starts us away. 12 people watching, welcome. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you all for joining on this lovely day of GP2 racing. Right now, actually, it's a massive thunderstorm going outside my house, so if I do get a power cut, you can blame the thunderstorm. And right now, I've got a nice drink on me as well. Let me take a sip. Lovely juice. And my phone's, and you see that? It's been a good day and my phone's dropped off. Let's see that. That just sums up a perfect day. Frederick sets the fastest lap in the first sector, while Mina Crosby sets the fastest in purple in his this is his personal time. Forget, this is not the overall time for qualifying. This is his own lap. So his purple sectors are for him only. So see how Mina Crosby comes on in that Williams, going down the long straight, because we're going towards the hairpin turn. This is where overtakes will be mostly a factor. Nicely done there for Crombie, neat and tidy. Going out of the corner now towards the final left-hander. How much curb is he going to take on the outside? Racing line curve. Mina Crombie puts his Williams into P4. Nicely done, a 131.4. Nicely done from here. Need for Speed is still out there on his medium tyres, so he wants to try and get a proper lap in at the moment. So that's where's James TLH. She's just going through the second sector, so we're going to come back to him when he gets to the long straight. So it goes Need for Speed now, going through the final two corners. And now Need for Speed will finally get on in his Haas car. He's going to come into the pits. So let's go to James TLH. 40 people now watching along. Welcome to the qualifying. Over 10 minutes and 17 seconds to go before we head off to the race. So if you want your toilet break now before the race, this will be a good time for our viewers to do so. James TLH going down the back straight now on the soft compound tyres. So he thinks he has the pace to do the soft tyre run. It's a bit of a risky strategy going to the soft tyres because they don't go a lot of the distance. as I found out in GP3 last night. And JCLH, oh, a little bit wide go through there. JCLH puts his, oh, not only that, JCLH smashes it with 130.1, and that is a very good work there from the Williams. We got a spinner, that is Etzgamer, so he's going to spin his Williams round, and well, his Renault round, and now Etzgamer has to do it his lap again, and Senna Martins is now flying down the straight. I don't believe he's on 3-lap old softs. I don't believe him. I don't believe the game has done that, because I do think that Senna has been in the pits for his tyres. He's winning about to the Roman and Senna. It's on the back of Etzgamer's, on the back of his teammates, so that the Renaults are definitely slipstreaming, which is good teamwork from the Renault boys. So Senna Martins through the Vasco. Oh, look at that cut in that corner nicely. And Senna Martins puts his car in still in P8, so that's all good news for him. Out lap at the moment, King David still doing his thing. Just came out of the pits actually, so Need for Speed's come out again, and that's the time I just went up. I just saw. I think that's Mr. Rage. Mr. Rage has started his lap, so that's good work from him. Out laps for Martin and King David. They just came out again, so Mr. Rage will hopefully does his thing in the other Haas car. So let's see how he does in the car 25. He's going. Looks like he was going slowly, but that's obviously might be the camera. So Mr. Rage 1.9 seconds slower. Now, is he backed off? Looks like he's backed off. Yeah, he's backed off. So Mr. Rage is going to try and is doing another warm-up lap. King David's on an out lap. Martin's on an out lap. Anyone else on the lap? I believe Quinton is. And New Potato is. Right, New Potato's on the lap. In the Alfa Romeo. Let's see how he cracks on. Going down to the hairpin turn. Late on the brakes. Kisses the curb. New Potato, of course, a very pacey driver. Nicely worked from the New Potato. New Potato goes into 5th place. Nicely done from the Potato. King Davis was about to start his lap now. Martin's about to start his lap soon. And Jan's Lights will be starting his lap soon. So there's any other drivers on the laps. It's Noah. Noah's on a lap 4/10 quicker. Let's keep an eye on him on his run. Ben has retired from the session, and that's the reason why he smacked it into the wall on the long left. And bad news for Ben. He'll not be taking part in qualifying anymore. So that's it. Oh, and Noah invalidated his lap. Not good news for him. Need for Speed is on his lap, 6/10 quicker. Need for Speed is flying along the road. We'll keep an eye on the top guys very soon. Need for Speed 4 seconds quicker. He is absolutely gunning for it, isn't he? He's going for it's a solid run from him, going down towards the back straight. Need for Speed trying his best to get the Haas car as far up as he can. It's still good to see him back in it. It's been a long time since the Speed to see that name. He was dropped down to reserves, and then a seat came up. Oh, I just got news that James TLH 44 has got a quali ban, so that's a bit. So has he got a quali ban? I believe so. Need for Speed goes to P11, by the way. Very good lap from him. So look at the top guys. Kid David will go into P2. Nicely done from him. Martin's going down in the Alfa Romeo. Jan's Light in the Red Bull. Let's have a look at Jan's. Oh, right, I see. Ah, the New Potato's got a quali ban. I see. Right, I finally found out. Right, Jan's Lights. Purple in the second sector. Is trying to beat James TLH's time of a 1:30.1. This is a very, very good lap from Jan's. Some guys even said that he should be in GP1. Let's see if he can prove that. Jan's Lights in the Red Bull. Jan's Lights going into the final corner. Jans Lights, beautifully done. It's a 129.4, and you just proved that us wrong, Jans Lights, with a great lap there. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, Jans, no. It was a 129.4 as well. Oh, that was the lap of dreams. The lap of magic. But the lap of a waste. That's very unfortunate, the Jans Lights, isn't it? King David is not really pushing hard. Jans Lights is on an invalidated lap now. He's got to go for. It's got one more lap to prove himself. Mike is on an invalidated lap, so he can't do anything more. Is there anything else I can look at? But Noah's on an out lap. Jeff Barron says Adam for pole. So Noah in the AlphaTauri. Behind Need for Speed at the moment, 2:10 slower. Need for Speed, all the other guys will come out again. It's all down to the final laps. The final laps of this qualifying session. Noah and Mike are actually team working at the moment, and they are, because Mike's on a lap, so he's on an invalidated lap, so he will move out the way for his teammate. Jans Lights is just came into the pits to get his change of tyres before his final run. So at the moment, 2 Mercedes out on top at the moment, but with Martin and Jans Lights looking very, very close. It's looking very, very close for pole. Oh, and is that Need for Speed just came out in front of Noah? It is. Need for Speed had to get out of the way for Noah. Is Noah backed off, I wonder? That was not accidental. In my opinion, it isn't. Noah has backed off. I don't think that's Need for Speed's fault, in my opinion, because he just came out of the pits at the wrong moment. I don't think that's Need for Speed's fault in any way, shape or form. I know it's a sort of biased because he is my friend, but in my opinion, that is not Need for Speed's fault. Nowhere near. He just came out of the pits and he just came onto the track. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on it, so please let me know. But in my mind, he just came on the track at the wrong time. Here comes Martin. Martin Kelt in the Alfa Romeo in 3rd place to try and take down what looks like a 6 or 5 tenths gap to James TLH. He's 4 tenths slower than King David. He's going to try and split the Mercedes. Martin Kell in the Alpha is looking for pole. It's looking good at the moment. It's 39 tenths up, 39 thousandths up on his time. It's purple through the first sector. It's a good start for Martin. Going through the long right-hander towards the double left. Just turn into one corner. Shorts just to get the best traction, and he does. Sweet exit from Martin. Goes into the final few corners now. 1/10. It's a 10th up. We're going to have a look at Jans Lights in a second. He's about to start his run. The Mercedes about to start their run. Martin goes down the long straight now. Here comes Martin towards the final 2 corners. Brakes on at the 100-meter board. Beautifully done through the final corner. Serge is not going to impede him. He's braking hard. Martin now towards the final straight for Alfa Romeo is a 1:30.1. It's a 30.2. So he goes into second. What about the Mercedes? Where's Jans Lights? Let's have a look at him, because King David started his lap now. James TLH will be the last guy. I don't think James TLH is going to make it. No, he's not. James TLH is not. Well, if the times are correct, then yeah. So Jan's Lights was the guy to put in a 129 before he invalidated. It's all down to Jans now. As Jan's got the pressure and the nerve to defeat James's lap. It's 1.2 seconds faster. It's looking good at the moment. Senna Martin's only good for 7th. Jan's Lights in the Red Bull. Can do something about that 130.1. It's looking very, very quick. Jan's Lights. Can he do it? He goes into the final few corners, braking hard. X-Game is only good for 14 for bad, so a bit of a bad qualifying for Renault. James Tillage is retired from the session. So he's had enough. Jan's Lights for pole, and he is by a wide margin. A whole second quicker, and Serge goes into 4th to 3rd in the Ferrari. Fantastic work. Martin's nowhere near. King David's on the lap. Can King David do something? King David, can he get anywhere near the top 3? And no, he cannot. He only goes to 5th. New Potatoes on the lap. Can it be Frederick's time? Frederick. Can he do something? No, Frederick's finished. Sorry. New Potato. This is going to be very interesting how the New Potato does. He's got the 2 Renaults in front of him. He's gone past Senna, and now he's gone into the last corner. Here he comes, New Potato towards the line and goes second. Fantastic work from New Potato. Jan's Lights on a 129.1. Unbelievable for Jans. Getting yourself into GP1, that's everyone been saying. James Tillage is not happy, saying not happy. This guy shouldn't be in GP2, way too fast. I have to sort of agree with James, because Jan's Lights of a 129.1, that is immense. That's GP1 quality. That's nowhere near GP2, not by a long shot. Senna's is second on mediums, so he's pretty happy. Neither Speed in 15th, ahead of X-Gamer. So very interesting from Neither Speed's point of view, should be quite happy. But Jan's Lights up for pole. 129.1. That'll be an interesting discussion in the Oliver's Notebook on Sunday. Well, on Monday or Sunday. Jan's Lights for pole. New Potato in 2nd. James 3rd. Serge 4th. Martin is in 5th. Kid David 6th. Noah in 7th. Frederick 8th. Senna Martin's 9th. Amina Compy in 10th. Mike in 11th. Quinton in 12th. Dobbo in 13th. Mr. Ray is in 14th. Neither Speed on his return to racing comes 15th. Skamer 16th. Ben in 17th, Cassidy 18th, Chris 19th, and Officer Doofy in 20th place. But guys, that's a discussion for Jan's Lights. Is that GP1 quality, I wonder? It should be GP1, in my opinion. Because that's extraordinary time. The only guy to go into the 129s, and it was a low 129. It's nearly a 128. That's GP1 quality. He's fast enough to go with the big dogs in the Prem. So in my mind, Jan's Lights is not a GP2 driver. He's nowhere near a GP2 driver. It's nowhere near. Get yourself to GP1. That's all I'm saying. You might be watching this stream afterwards. I'm saying to you now, get yourself into GP1 because you are a super fast driver. Way too quick for this division, I say. 5 seconds to go before the race starts. Let's see how the start will play out. It's going to be very interesting to see how the drivers will do. You can see there's the tyre selection. Need for Speed has gone for the mediums. Frederick, Senna, Crombie, up from basically for Senna down to Chris is down on those harder compound tyres, medium harder compound. Only the top 7 is starting on the hards. So it'll be very interesting to see how these drivers will do. Jans Lights for pole, New Potato second, James third, Serge fourth, Martin in fifth, King David sixth, Noah seventh. Most of the soft tyre runners at the moment, Frederick 8th, Senna 9th, Crombie 10th. Those 3 guys are on the medium tyres. Mike 11th, Quinton in 12th. They're on the hard tyres. Dubbo on the mediums, Mr. Rage on hards. Need for Speed on the medium tyres, and with Excavator joining him as well. Ben in 17th on the hards, Cassidy on mediums, Adam in 19th on the hard compounds, and Chris starting last on the medium tyres. Jans Light has got New Potato to try and get away. He wants to create a big gap to make that crucial pit stop, to possibly go on this 2-stop strategy. I wonder, probably soft, medium, I wonder. Maybe the top 7 figured the same thing. Or is Jans Light going to be caught at the start, I wonder? So Mercedes lagging from James, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. You see all the drivers weaving around at the moment to warm up the tyres, warm up the brakes to get the best possible getaway to go into the tricky turns 1 and 2 as we go into the corkscrew of turn 3. Let's hope does not make any incidents going into the start of this race. Its incidents occurs going into turns 1 and 2. It's going to be hopefully a clean start. Jans Light slowing down to get, and before the game takes over, and it does now. The game takes over Jans Lights' car, and so does for everyone else. The green flags are waving. The drivers are preparing. It's going to be a classic race to take now. Mr. Rage starts, well, it doesn't really matter anyway. Both Haas drivers are disqualified, so they'll be returned to their grid positions, as they will do. So, here we go. The drivers are lining up for this 4th round of this championship. Jans Lights on pole. Can he get away from the New Potato, James TLH? Watch out for the Ferrari, Serge and Martin as well. In that Alfa Romeo as well. This is it. The drivers are ready. We are ready for the 4th round of this championship. We're just waiting for those red lights. And here we go. 5 red lights at the start of this Grand Prix. And we are go. Lights out for the Chinese Grand Prix. And Jans Light has got a terrific start. But Serge, what a rocket he was. Going into turn 1. Oh, and we got hopefully the drivers are being clean. We got Renault got round the outside. And let's hope there's not any incidents. Jans Light stays in 3rd place. And all the drivers are sweeping around. Nice clean start from the drivers. Neither Speaker's a terrible start going into 19th. And you can see all the drivers are now doing their thing. Serge now going down the inside of the New Potato. Oh, big massive contact. But it's only fair. It's all fair to see all the drivers are behaving themselves. Little slight move from Dobbo on Senna. Now Fredericks on the inside through James TLH. James is now back in this race after a bit of a lag out session. Hopefully he's not going to get any more. Need for Speed on the inside of his teammate. And he bangs into his teammate on Mr. Rage. And Need for Speed is okay. And we've got King David on the back of the Ferrari of Serge. We've got Mike. Oh, we've got loads of stuff going around. And that is Senna Martin's going to punch James TLH's car as he's gone into ghost mode again. Jans Light is pulling away 6 tenths ahead. You can see all the drivers filing in down the long straight. Is that a lovely sight to see? Jans Lights goes into that heavy braking, so you can see all the drivers trying to look for moves, down. And you can see Dobbo going down, Senna going on the outside of Dobbo, going into the hairpin, but Dobbo stays ahead for now, but Senna's got the inside line. Not anymore, he hasn't. He's going to stay in that 11th place. And Jans Lights, what's happened to Jans Lights, I wonder? Jans Lights, oh, it's just a game. Don't worry. Don't mind me, it's just a game. It's just the game just doing its normal glitch. So what you're just going to see next, it's just a game just having its little moment. Jans Light is still ahead of New Potato. So Jans Light is in P1. Don't worry, it's just the game. We're going to find out where everyone is. There you go, the game is now fixing itself up. Just give it a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. As the game is now starting to fix up now. There we go. Happy days. The game is now fixed itself. So now let's have a look at Mead and Crompy on the 4 tenths behind. Actually no, we're going to go to James TLH. He's 3 tenths behind Quinton. So we need to have a look how this battle develops. So this will be very interesting to see how, and also X Game as well on the back of this lot as well. Need for Speed goes down a place from Officer Doofy, so we can see how Need for Speed will respond to that. So we can see the drivers are now starting to settle into their race, as we're now going to see how the drivers will do on their strategy, and also see how the drivers will respond to the overtakes as well. We've got, as you can see, James TLH on the back of Quinton has got on board with this battle. Actually, we're going to look where Quinton is, because Senna has been overtaken by Quinton. Nicely done from Quinton. Trying to get that camera, but we'll stay on board with Quinton. Not anymore. And Senna gets the switch back on the McLaren, but the McLaren shuts the door in his face and says, "No, you're not coming through." Mead and Crompy in the Williams now. He's pushing on to push onto the Alfa Romeo of Martin. Senna gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so extending the track limits a bit, way too much. So we're going into the next 2 corners of turns 2 and 3. Mead and Crompy goes a bit wide. He's going to be under pressure from his teammate of Frederick. Jans Lights 4 tenths ahead of the New Potato. New Potato is keeping him honest, which is good to see from the top 2. Mead and Crompy still staying behind Martin, still trying to catch down to that Alpha car, but it's still not good enough. Ben is 3 tenths behind Cassidy as well, but Cassidy is starting to edge away just a bit. Need for Speed in the pits, so he's going to be going on to another strategy, onto another set of medium tyres. So he's probably waiting for probably predicting a safety car. Chance for a safety car on this track, it is quite a chance for a safety car, but it's not really the places for it. Look at X Gamer on the back of James, and look at James locks up, so this will give X Gamer a chance to have a go, and him on the back straight. Irish New Potato will get DRS on Jans, but this is the closest battle we got in the moment. This is what it looks like. We've got to go back to Martin. He's getting overtaken by the Alpha Tauri of Noah. Martin stays ahead, and very good so's. And look at that. Oh, look at these drivers filing in to that hairpin, and look at this. Noah. Oh, and shovey there from the round the outside. Good move from Noah. Very good move after a bit of a shove from Martin, but he doesn't mind. He's still up there. Mead and Crompy goes down the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and Frederick's going down the inside of the Alfa as well, so he's going to lose 3 places going into 1 corner. Very good work from the drivers, and look at this. Frederick now going the outside of his teammate. Crompy now stays ahead, only just. Noah's in a bit of a spot of bother with 2 Williams drivers on the back of his car. He got Mike now chasing down Martin, so Martin goes down another place, and we've got on board with Dobbo. As you can see, Martin is losing places. Is that his tyres starting to burn up, I wonder? I don't know, it's only been 4 laps, so it shouldn't be at the moment. So this is looking very, very promising for Jans Lights. He's got a 9 tenths lead now over New Potato, but New Potato is still keeping him honest, which is good to see. We've got the Ferrari of Serge and King David just keeping an eye on each other there. Look at this massive trailer cars going into this towards this long straight, I wonder. And this is Senna Martin's trying to coast down to Quinton, and Excavator doing the same. This is a very long train in the moment, and you can see the Racing Point of Domo is now taking his turn on the Alfa Romeo, and he gets past him. Peter Crombie's taking past Noah. So this is all looking good. King David, free wide going into the hairpin, and this is going to looking very sketchy. But the Williams of Mina Crombie finally gets past the Alpha Tauri, and round the outside, and that's Mike. That's Mike that's spinning around. So that's Mike going down a load of places. Martin's in the pits of his soft tire run. He was dropping like a stone, and that means Mike is now chasing down the Williams drivers. The Williams drivers are now 5th and 6th. It's a very good start for them, so they want to keep up this momentum, and now this is all looking promising for the top 2 because they are getting away. They're 5 seconds ahead of King David, who's just gone past Serge for 3rd. So this is looking very, very promising for the top 2 drivers. So we're looking now at these lot now in this train to see if they can do anything about the GP4 reigning world champion. Senna lies in 11th. He's our GP2 leader. He's trying to make something out of this on just raw pace, and at the moment it's not working out for him. The drivers are matching his pace. This is looking promising for the other drivers. They want to challenge Senna. They're looking to challenge Senna for that GP2 world championship, and they're doing exactly the thing. But his teammate X-Gamer is now on the inside of Dovo. Dovo says no, he's staying in that place. X-Gamer's gonna have none of that though. He wants the position now of Dovo. Dovo gets an extraordinary exit, and look at James. He's on the inside of the GP4 world champion Senna. So that's James moving up to 11th place. Senna, how late is he going to be on the brakes, I wonder? He's looking at it, round the outside, trying to defend the place for James. James though stays ahead, and he goes through. Serge goes into the pits, and that is Senna going down the place for 12. Serge is in the pits, and so is Jan's Lights. Them 2 are in the pits. The leaders are pitting now. The pit window is open for the soft tire runners. They want to go onto the other compounds as soon as possible. Need for speed, 2 seconds, and Senna's really trying to push hard on James's car, but nowhere near close. X-Gamer now really pushing on Dobbo's Racing Point, where the Racing Point of Dobbo not having none of it. Massive lockup though going into the hairpin turn. So it's going to present X-Gamer of a bit of an opportunity to see if he can get close to that Racing Point as well. So we're going to see how these guys will crack on. X-Gamer still looking around the Racing Point's rear end as he gets closer and closer and closer. He's looking around at the moment. He's snaking, he's slithering like a little snake going in the grass looking for a prey, like a mouse. But the Racing Point is starting to feel the pressure. He's sliding, he's skating like a nice skater on the ice, but he's like a first time skater, so he's wobbling about. X-Gamer is like a very poised tiger going after a very juicy buffalo, and the tiger gets past the buffalo quite easy. As we go in the background, Chris has now gone past Senna now, so Senna will go into 11th still. Just mind that Mercedes though, and that's nowhere very good. Well, then King David is now gone into the pits, and so does New Potato. So the Williams are now 1 and 2. So very good work for these 2. But don't forget, Jan's Lights has stopped. Excuse me, long day. It's a very long, hot day here in England, so don't mind me. I've very few yawns. So the media runners of Crombie and Frederick and Mike are on the hard tyres. He's going to go even more longer. The mediums and hards do work on this track extremely well. So that's a very good sign to see. Senna 4 tenths behind Chris in the Red Bull. So they're looking and trying to look for positions gained. Senna really pushing hard on Chris's Red Bull at the moment. He's trying to look on for 7th. Chris's teammate Jan's Lights moves into 11th at the moment, trying to chase down Cassidy. Look at all these drives. There's Jan's Lights there on the back of Cassidy. We're going to have a look at him now. And Cassidy's on the back of Officer Doofy. So this is looking very interesting. Officer Doofy, you can see the back of that Racing Point, and you can see Jan's lights there. They're both gone DRS. Who's going to blink first? Jan's lights, I think he's going down the inside of the Racing Point, and he does. So Jan's lights sneaks his way into the middle and goes into 10th place. So he'll try and catch down Officer Doofy. Adam's going in the spot above her because he's got a very, very fast Jan's lights. Speeding towards him. Look at him, he's trying to break out of the toe, but Jan's lights don't care. He's going to go into that 9th place position, and a nice sweet move from the Red Bull driver, but he gets all messy going into turn 2, and he's getting under pressure. Oh, it's just lag from Jan's lights. Very big massive lag there. Martin Kell gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so he'll have to take that penalty. Quinton still in the back of Dobbo. Dobbo's still locking up. This is all looking too promising for Jans, isn't it? He's absolutely flying. And he's going to try and catch up to Senna. Good clean racing from the drivers at the moment. Very good racing. 5/10 down from Dobbo. The Williams drivers are only 8/10 apart. They're doing a solid race at the moment. Quinton closing in on Dobbo. Look at that. Look at Jan's lights already on the back of Senna. Look at this. This is looking very promising for these two. You can see on the back of Senna's Renault, and you can see on that right hand side there's Dobbo, and there goes, oh, there was a bit of a bum and a barge for Dobbo, ramming Senna off the road, and that's a bit of a forceful move from Jan's lights, but it did the ticket. Now he's going to try and cheat Senna, knowing him, he will not be too best pleased about that. Here comes Chris. Now he's and look at it. We're going to look at Quinton on the outside of Dobbo's Racing Point. Look at that camera shot. You can actually see Racing Point of Dobbo, and still there. No, he's not. He's going to stay in that 5th place position, but it's going to present Chris and Jans. The Red Bulls a chance of Chris and Jans lights. Jans lights and Chris are now sneaking towards this battle. Racing Point, McLaren, Red Bull. Are the Red Bull drivers going to be talking, I wonder? Maybe it's possible switch. Or they're just going to let them race. And look at Jan's lights absolutely rocketing towards his battle. But Jan's lights will have to stay in that 8th place. There you go. Oh, look, these 5 drivers going down straight towards. Look at that. Quinton was giving Dobbo a bit of a warning. Chris is looking for an opportunity. So is Jan's lights. So is Senna. This is looking very promising for Red Bull. Red Bull are closing in slowly. Here they come towards down the back straight. We're looking at Quinton. Try and have a look at himself, and the Red Bull of Chris is on the inside. They're going to go 3 wide. Oh, good move for Chris. Oh, can he get the double move done? He does. Fantastic move for Chris there. And Jan's lights are doing the same thing. Can he get past the Racing Point of Dobbo? Dobbo. That was very dangerous. I thought he was going to take someone out. That was very close. I thought he was going to take on Chris for a second. That was very, very close. Very, very close. Wow. I thought there was an incident about to happen there. I really, really thought. But never mind. We're going to carry on. So Red Bulls, 5 and 6. 7 for Quinton, Senna 8th. Jan's lights. Is he on the radio, I wonder, to tell Chris to move out of the way so he can make progress? And you can tell that Jan's lights is quicker because look at him, he's all over that, over his teammates of Chris. This is looking very, very competitive for Red Bull. Red Bull going through the right, the left and the right. Jan's lights is lagging slightly, so Jan's lights will be looking now to see. Oh, it's a bit wobbly as well, Jan's lights, but no, it's still lagging. So this is going to be very interesting what the other guys have to say about this. Jan's lights now going into the inside of his teammate, and he's taken over Chris for 5th place. X Gamer is side by side with Mike. Mike shoves him off the circuit like it's not going to be his position, but X Gamer is not going to be denied. X Gamer down the inside towards turn 1, and X Gamer is through into 3rd place, and that is a lovely sweet move from the Renault driver. So X Gamer moves into 3rd place for Renault. The Williams are 1.2 seconds apart. Is there any other close fights going on, I wonder? I'm going to keep an eye on the gaps for you to see if there's any battles going on. There it is. The new Potato and Officer Doofy looking close as ever. This is a lower points position for 10th. The single point position for 10th. So this is looking nice and sweet for New Potato. And obviously there's a nice camera shot of the drivers going through this lovely section of corners here in China. To be fair, the drivers have been behaving themselves. There's been no safety cars, no virtual safety cars. It's all been very good so far. All looking super promising. Officer Doofy is still got the New Potato all over the rear end of that Ferrari. The Ferrari pulls away, only sliding to break the toe and keep on Cassidy's tail. Ferrari, now the Williams are in Crumpy pit. So this will promote the other guys up the positions. This is for the medium runners to make their stops to the hard tyres. Yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that in sector 2, I wonder? It's a car. I don't know what car it is though. Is it Need for Speed? It is. Need for Speed made a little bit of a spin. Need for Speed is just enjoying himself at the moment. He just wants to have some fun on this new game. Surge. After what was a good victory, but at the moment, Officer Doofy gets overtaken by the New Potato, and New Potato will go into 8th place for Alfa Romeo. Nicely done on his part. Is it going to be a Red Bull 1-2, I wonder? Imagine that's going to be the case, but I don't think so, because Chris is starting on the same tyres. He started on the tyres that he started on the race on, so you'll have to make the switch. Looking now, still looking at Irish New Potato, quickly chasing down Cassidy. Cassidy is in a real spot of bother. Actually, let's go to Mike and X Gamer, because X Gamer and Mike is overtaking X Gamer. X Gamer is going back down the inside. A little slight touch, but Mike still sticks ahead in the AlphaTauri, and he'll stick ahead. New Potato coming towards the back of Cassidy. Oh, he outbraked himself way too much, and he'll go down the position. Jan's Lights goes into P2 now. After now, X Gamer and Quinton are pitting. No, Quinton hasn't pitted. It's TNR Frederick and X Gamer. So Jan's Lights will only need to take down Mike to take that P1 position, and Quinton goes into 3rd. Hasn't stopped yet. Don't forget that. All the other guys are now starting to pit. Oh, look at New Potato really pushing on towards Cassidy's racing point, and he's just getting closer and closer as every lap ticks on. We're going on board with this battle. Jan's Lights is really getting closer to Mike's car. Let's go to this battle. Here they are. Jan's Lights and Mike really coming, pushing onwards. Jan's Lights, is he going to wait for the DRS straight? Yes, he will. Jan's Lights is going to take the easy route, not the difficult route, and I don't say I blame him. Jan's Lights now round the long right-hander, and so does Mike. Here comes Jan's Lights and Mike down the back straight. Oh, very late move from Jan's Lights, but it doesn't matter. He's through into P1, so that is Jan's Lights through New Potato side by side with Cassidy. Look at this for a drag race between these two. Cassidy goes into 5th place. He's going to have a look again at New Potato's car. New Potato stays ahead. We'll go to King David and Ben still side by side. That is, and also Serge and Crombie side by side. But Crombie still sticks ahead of Serge, and King David is gone ahead of Ben. So that means these two drivers have switched places. The black Mercedes and King David are now trying to catch down Mr. Rage in the Alfa Romeo. No, in the Haas, sorry. And they are going to try and catch down obviously who's just up ahead in that Ferrari. There is the new Potato. There's obviously Doofy with Mr. Rage behind him. This is looking a very good race at the moment. We're still, and only lap 14, we're still coming towards halfway distance. This is looking very, very good for Jans Light at the moment. X-Gamer on the back of Martin in the Alfa Romeo. Brakes hard, not making the pass. Martin's making that car as wide as possible. Mike is still sticking to Jans Light at the moment. See, look at these two. They still nose to tail. Yeah, but you can see Jans Light is just pulling away now. So looking at the other drivers, see what they could do. Mr. Rage is closing in on Officer Doofy. So Adam's going to be in a bit of a spot bother from Mr. Rage. Mr. Rage now is pushing forward now. You can see the Williams of Mina Crombie is now starting to close in on Ben's McLaren. Let's see how these two will crack on. Look at that. And you can see Ben's got the DRS from King David. King David's going in a bit of trouble as well. Look at this front board shot of these two drivers going side by side. And look at Mina Crombie going towards the inside of Ben. Ben's Emmanuel is going to be very close. They're going into the last corner. Loads of drivers cutting that corner. They would do anyway. And I believe Ben has got 2 places. He does. And Serge now has gone down the inside. He'll drop down 3 places. So Ben went for an attack to drop in like a stone and goes down to P10. Unbelievable stuff we're seeing here in GP2. And of course tomorrow is the final day of the Chinese Grand Prix, as we got GP1 coming up for tomorrow. I'll be joined by Fletcher tomorrow, so be sure to join us for that. So before all of that, we just still need to get rid of to do a GP2 first. And as you can see, Mina Crombie is now starting to pull away now. Mr. Rage, no, is not pulling away from Mr. Doofy, and all the opposite way around. Mr. Doofy can't get away from Mr. Rage. Mr. Rage is not going to give him any breathing room or no way second for. But Mr. Doofy is still putting that Ferrari, giving that Ferrari a bit more traction than Mr. Rage does, and on the same lap of tyres that they started the race on. The hard tyres are trying to make them go the distance. The hard tyres are working. Then look at Mr. Rage trying and claw towards Officer Doofy, but Officer Doofy is still too far ahead for that matter. And they are light on the brakes. Mina Crombie gets past King David, and King David looking for that switchback, but it's too far to be the chance. Oh, and Frederick goes too deep, and that's Ben pushing through. As you can see, Quinton and Mike have pitted for their tyres. So Doofy will go into 3rd. Mr. Rage will go into 4th. Great race for Mr. Doofy. He's gone into 3rd from last on the grid. So very good stuff from him. Mr. Rage is still pushing on to try and keep going, to make Officer Doofy to make a mistake. So you can see the gaps are still fixing themselves. So this is where the drivers now going to be on their toes to see if they can try and figure any opportunity coming to them. X-Gamer under pressure for Martin. Martin really pushing on for this now. You can see. And Jensen has commented, come on Adam, and Adam has got some support for Jensen. He is racing tomorrow again in GP1, so good luck to Jensen from me. So Martin pushing onward towards X-Gamer's Renault of X-Gamer versus the Alfa Romeo of Martin, but Mike is right behind him on a very fresh as daisies. I believe it's mediums, it is. So don't forget Mike's going to be a factor. Mr. Rage is still keeping Miss Officer Doofy honest, but it's only a 10 and Martin's a bit wobbly going down to the turn. So that means Mike down the inside of him. And here comes Mike. There goes Mike, and he'll go into 10th place. What's happening in centre 3-on-1 there? It's a bit of a finishing off. So that means Mike will go into that position. Mr. Rage is going into the Officer Doofy's into the pit. So that means that's his tyre stint done. So that's Mr. Rage promoted into 3rd place. Officer Doofy is pitting. So does King David. And it looks like it is, try to have a look, it looks like medium tyres. It is medium tyres for King David, and obviously Doofy has gone the same for medium tyres. Cassidy has retired. He's retired in the pits, so he's had enough for the day, and he'll move on to Holland for the next race for GP2. So we've got what was that I just saw? That's not Mike, is it? It is. Mike has spun it into the wall on the exit of turn 3, and that means he'll drop like a stone, and he's trying to backwards. You have to be quick, but otherwise you'll get disqualified. And he gets away. Oh, he's spinning the rears, and now he's got away. Good work, good news for Mike. That's curtains for him. Need for Speed still going along in that lovely 20th place. Still chugging along. Meanwhile, Mina Crombie and Rage trying to come down at each other. Mina Crombie goes into 3rd. Nicely done for the Williams man. Goes into that beautiful podium place, and he'll go into that position very strong. Frederick is coming towards Need for Speed, gets a 3-second time penalty. I don't think he'll care that much, to be fair. Jan's Lights has gone into the pit. What's that for? Medium tyres. Jan's Lights are just got a challenge. Jan's Lights pitting. Is he mad? He's not mad at all. What's going on down here? That's Frederick going down that surge, going down the inside of Frederick. So Frederick goes down places, and that means he'll go down more positions than ever. Surge is into 4th place, and Cassidy leads the session. Well done, Cassidy. See you for the next race. Now we're going to see how Surge will respond to Mr. Rage, because he's now 3.2 behind of Mr. Rage. So it shows how much Surge has come along in this race. Mike has retired. Mike is now retired into the pits, so that promote Need for Speed to 19th place, so that'll be good news for him. Jan's Lights on the behind of Frederick, going down the inside of the Williams driver, cuts in the corner aggressively, switches back on the Williams, and he'll take that position like a candy from a baby. Jan's Lights through into P5, and now it's going to try and take down Surge in the Ferrari. Frederick, though, is not having none of it. Look at the speed of Jan's Lights, flying away, pulling away from the Williams driver of Frederick. He's got no hope of catching him. Jan's Lights on the back of Surge already, really coming at him, and I believe Surge says don't want none of that, and Jan's Lights goes into P3. Nicely done from him. Now we'll see where the other drivers are coming from. It's Dobbo on the inside of Imanel. So Imanel will be very intrigued to see how this gets on. So this will be a very interesting battle to see if Dobbo can try and catch down Imanel's car. This will be very intriguing to see if Surge goes and joins this battle between them. So Surge will now comes in fighting in. Dobbo is not going to have none of that though. Oh, and almost touching as well. But good drive from the drivers, not letting them touch. And Dobbo is now dropped down another place. He's dropped down to 14th after Surge stopped for his tyres. And you can see there's a soft tyre runner in there, and that's Mr. Rage. So Mr. Rage has gone for a very audacious move to go for those tyres. King David is on the back of Officer Doofy. This is for the 9th place. So this is how these drivers will crack on. If you do like the racing here, please sure to like and subscribe to see all our races for every 4 days, from Monday to Thursday, of pure racing. And of course, on either Sunday or Monday. You got me for the Ollie's notebook to review this race and preview the Netherlands Grand Prix or the Holland Grand Prix, whatever you want to call it. So be sure to be joining us for that. So King David closing in. Actually no, this is closing in. Is these two, Serge and Ivanil. Flo goes Serge into that P12 position. Ivanil go back down the inside. Big move. That was very audacious. You're going to lose in 2 positions for your problems. So that means Noah's going to be trying to look his chops to see if he can close down. But he's got Martin for a spot to bother. So that's not going to be good on his part. Jan's Lights 2.2 behind Mead and Crombie. So they're not going to go to the end of their tyres. 8 laps to go in this Chinese Grand Prix. What else could happen? Hopefully a safety car to spice a little things up. Senna in 7th place in the Renault, trying to close down. Let's go back to King David and Officer Doofy in Mercedes and Ferrari battle. You don't have to see this in modern Formula 1, don't you? Because Ferrari, well, they're just poor in real life. Ferrari in the game, well, see for yourself. So now King David, yellow flag set to 2. That's a Ferrari. That's not Serge's in. It is. Serge goes down places. Serge will now try and catch up to this lot once again. So that's not good news for Serge. And look at that. Look at who's behind them. It's Noah and Mike. Noah Martin. Noah Martin now is now closing back up again. It's Quinton and Etzgamer. There we go, a squabble. Etzgamer switches back on Quinton and gets back into 5th. Nicely done from him. Quinton is not going to have none of it though. He's got to close back up to Etzgamer once again with DRS and the overtake button. He hasn't got much airs left, so he has to use it wisely. He's trying to push Etzgamer into a mistake, but you know Etzgamer, he's a very good Belgian for a reason. And Senna Martin's having a quiet race at the moment. Not much lot to do. Noah and Martin still fighting it out like 2 little kids in the playground. But those 2 are having a good squabble. Chris closing in on Senna. Can this be a little bit of a little scrap for Senna for these 2 drivers? So we're going to have to wait and see. Speaking of taking candy from a baby, here's Jan's Lights closing in on Mead and Crombie. Crombie's in problems because that's a very, very fast Jan's Lights you're going to take on, who's looked for a certain for victory. Closing in on Mead and Crombie. Crombie's in problems. Jan's Lights closing. Look at the ERS he's saved. He's got plenty of ERS to play with. And he switches on the overtake button. Mead and Crombie and Lights down the back straight. Fizzers for P2 and Jan's Lights will go into P2. Mead and Crombie is not going to fight it, and he knows how quick Jan's Lights is, and Light is now on the prowl for New Potato. Can New Potato hold off Jan's Lights? There he is in the background. Can he hold him off? King David. But actually no, we're going back to Etzgamer and Quinton because these 2 having a good squabble. Down the outside is Quinton. And Quinton still sees behind the Renault, but the Renault of Etzgamer starting problems with Quinton. Quinton trying to looking down the inside, but Quinton is still staged behind the Renault. This is very, very good driving from Etzgamer, just keeping that Etzgamer, Etzgamer for that matter, still keeping Etzgamer under pressure, and Etzgamer very, very good driving to keep Quinton behind him. It's been very, very good defending from the Renault man, but it's a matter of time, I wonder, before Quinton gets past Etzgamer. And Need for Speed is out of the Grand Prix, and that's a real shame because he was going to try and get to the end, but he should be very happy that he actually raced today. And welcome back, Need for Speed. We'll see you for GP4 on Monday. Hopefully that's going to be the case. 5.7 between New Potato and Jan's Lights. Jan's Lights is catching him very, very fast, but it's still New Potato to get his victory. These 2 are we going out for a few laps now. Here comes Quinton once again. Surely he's got to get past Etzgamer this time. Etzgamer, Quinton He's looking for the switchback. Breaks the smoking red up, but Quinton finally gets the move stick and done and finished. X-Gamer gets the move completed and into 5th place for top 5 positions. Senna has got Chris all over his backside. I told you this was a battle that's developing, and it is as well, because here comes Chris on the back of Senna. The GP4 reigning world champion's got problems, because here comes Chris in the Red Bull. Red Bull of Chris. Renault of Senna. This is what it's all about. This is what's for 7th place, I wonder. So every point matters in this championship. Really hard breaks down towards the left to that right-hander. Jan Slicer's now 4.5 seconds. 4.4, 4.5 seconds behind New Potato. So he's really closing down. They're just coming towards the back straight right now. Mr. Rage on the back of Officer Doofy. Doofy holding on for that last points place position. Jensen says if the New Potato gets those meters to the end, that would be incredible, and he looks like he will. So New Potato is getting to those meters to the end, but Jan's Lights is on 4-lap fresh mediums. He's on pretty much fresh as daisies. Speaking of fresh as daisies, Senna and Chris are now fighting, and Chris gets the move stick, and Senna will be demoted to 8th. Good move from Chris, and look at Senna go down the inside again. Oh, it's a lovely move from Senna, go down the inside. A lovely move, and keeps the Red Bull behind him. So that means Chris has to start all over again to catch down, to try and tap down Senna. Senna's not an easy man to pass though. Senna's not an easy guy to take on. He's Senna giving him the room, to give Chris a bit of room, to give Chris an opportunity to go side by side with him. Senna's still holding on. Senna still stays ahead of Chris. Chris is still one to take on the Renault. Senna still stays ahead though. Chris stays behind. Chris is only 3/10 behind him. Jan's Lines is 3.2 now behind the New Potato. But right now we're looking at this battle for 7th place. Chris and Senna just stalemates at the moment, aren't they? Look at 2.7 now between Lights and the New Potato. We'll be getting to that battle very, very soon. But we're looking at this battle for 7th at the moment. Surge is on the back of Dobbo as well. So we've got to look on that battle when we get down to the back straight. But right now, Chris and Senna going down the back straight. Chris with the DRS and the overtake mode. Overtake mode and DRS on for Chris, and Chris will now overtake Senna. Move done, completed, finish. Oh, and Senna trying to get past Chris, but Chris has got the move done and dusted. And I did say about Surge and Dobbo, because Surge is passing Dobbo, and this is for 14th place. Officer Doofy gets a 3-second time and locking up from Dobbo, and Dobbo gets passed by Surge, and Surge is through to that 13th place position. Dobbo gets demoted to 14th. Now I did say about the battle for the lead, and here it is. Irish New Potato and Jan's Lights. Jan's Lights has been making the stops work for him, and he's gone the back on New Potato. New Potato will be sweating now because he sees Jan's Lights. We all know how quick he is. We all know how fast he is, and we all know how talented he is. Jan's Lights, New Potato. Not to be fair, credit to New Potato to keep those tyres going, but I believe it's all about to come down the toilet, because here comes Jan's Lights. Here he comes towards New Potato's car. When it's going down the inside, through he goes. New Potato will try and fight him, but it's all no use. Jan's Lights into the lead of this Grand Prix, and you can see pushing on is Jan's Lights, and now he gets away. Good move from Jan's Lights, and now he'll go on to take the victory if things don't go the other way, I wonder. Sai says Irish is risking a puncher if he doesn't pit. Well, he could be, to be fair, but New Potato wants the podium, but he's still got Mean and Crompy to take care of. Let's see if there's any other battling going on, and we do. King David and Officer Doofy. Has King David gone past him, I wonder? No, I don't believe so, because Officer Doofy is coming for that 9th place of King David. These two are going up for scraps all the time. Doofy's made 10 places, don't forget. Well, I believe 10 places. No, he made 9 places during this race. Guys, if you wanted to say a mention for driver of the day, then there's your chance. Oh, no, but there's a 3-second time penalty. So Mean and Crompy will look most likely to take 3rd. But can Frederick do something about it? Can Frederick can push on for Williams? Possible 2-3 finish. Can Frederick push on now to see if he can try and close down that gap? Right now we're looking at these two at the moment. The drivers are starting to spread out more. Let's have a look at Martin and Dobbo. Martin and Dobbo still fighting. It's very interesting to see how these two are crack on. Serge is just sticking ahead of Dobbo. Dobbo's on the back of Serge and Dobbo. And Martin's on the back of Dobbo. Dobbo's trying to just pull away, but look at Martin, not giving him an edge, not giving him any chance to breathe. DRS for the both of them. Martin goes down the inside. Oh, I thought he was going to hit Serge in the rear there, but no, and Dobbo still sticks ahead. Petropolis, everyone says keep pushing Red Bulls, and you can see Chris is on the back of X Gamer. This is Renault number 2 for Chris. He's still coming towards X Gamer, and X Gamer has got problems because that's the other Red Bull you're going to deal with of Chris. Senna's trying to defend him off, no use. Chris is now going towards the back of X Gamer with the final lap around the corner. This is going to be looking very interesting. Mean and Crombie is going to 2nd and 3rd because these two are looking like they're about to go into a lovely little fight. Here comes Crombie round the final few corners, round the long right-hander towards the back straight. Here comes Crombie towards the back of New Potato's Alfa Romeo. New Potato has got a problem. And that's the wrong move for Crombie. Crombie's now going towards the back of him, now to the side, now towards the hairpin. Move done and dusted. If New Potato can just hold on, no, Crombie is through. And Jans Lights gets a 3-second time penalty. Does he care? No, of course he doesn't. That 3-second gap means nothing to him. Now, can Frederick close in? Can Chris take that schema? Closing slowly and steadily. Nowhere near just yet. Chris now, just looking to the rear of X Gamer, but X Gamer still holding on slightly and does so. 3/10 between the two. Final lap of this race. Jans Lights is winning by a comfortable margin. Frederick is 3.3. Is there going to be a 2-3 finish for the Williams pairing? It'd be a terrific result if they did. Jans Lights, where is he at the moment? He's just going towards the back straight. To be fair to Jans Lights' part, it's only going to be one winner, isn't it? What a magnificent drive from him. Here comes Jans towards the final corner. That's not Chris going, that's Chris out. Chris is out of the point. Oh, Chris, what's happened to him? Jans Light takes the victory of the Chinese Grand Prix, and Mean and Crombie will take 3rd. Well, 2nd place, but that matter of 3rd is, I don't think Frederick is going to be, I think Frederick's going to be on the podium. No, he doesn't. So Quinton will take 4th, Frederick will take 5th, X Gamer will take 6th, Senna Martins will take 7th, Officer Doofy, King David will take 7th, Officer and Senna will take 8th. Mr. Ridge will take 9th. Officer Doofy will come 10th. Ben will take P11. Martin will take 12th. Serge is coming to the pits to take the race by 13th. What happened to Chris though, I wonder? Wow. Dobbo will take P15. Noah is going to take P16. And James will take P17. The Chinese Grand Prix is now done and dusted. Wow. Who would have thought of that? And there you go, Jan's Lights will take race victory. X Gamer gets driver of the day. So well done to X Gamer. I'm sure that's... No. That Mercedes driver is not on the top step on the podium. It's Jan's Lights' Red Bull. That's the wrong driver, guys. That's not the driver that's celebrating. You can say all you want, but that's... No. So Jan's Lights will take victory. JCH was glitch. So Jan's Lights will take second. Well, first. Me and Crombie second. Irish Name Potato third. Quinton fourth. Frederick fifth. Escamer fifth. Escamer sixth. King David seventh. Sir Martin's eighth. Rage ninth. Doofy 10th. Ben 11th. Martin 12th. Serge 13th. Chris 14th, Dobbo 15th, Noah in P16, and Noah in P17. And the retired drivers are Need for Speed Mike and Cassidy. Basically, we get the podiums in. We're going to see if we can get Jan's Lights in. I'm sure he was up for an interview. By the way, James did not win that race. You can say what you like. It's a bit of a glitch, I must admit. Very big glitch. But no, it's not the case. Jan's Lights is invited. We can see what we can do. I'm sure Jerome will be up for an interview. So next is Mean and Crombie. Where's Crombie? I don't think. Oh, he's still there. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. View profile. Let's go to Mean and Crombie. Right. Let's see what we do. Chat party. There we go. Nicely done. That's Crombie in. Jan's Lights has joined us. Fantastic. And the new potato. Hello, Jan's Lights. Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Oh, good, thank you.
Right, we're seeing get all the drivers in. That's got the podium winners in. Nicely done. It's all done and dusted. Right, let's go to the showroom so we can get the interviews done and dusted. F1 2020, there we go to the Red Bull, there we go. There you are, there's the lovely shot of the Red Bull. So Jan's Lights, well done for the victory today. Too quick, I wonder, for GP2, but that could be another story. But well done on the victory today.
I think this is the best race I've ever drove on the 2020 game. My first league race win, and I think it's just a good start. It's a good way to kick off the SFR season. Even though I haven't had the best of starts, I think this is a good way to kick off my campaign in the GP2 league, you know. And like just our strategy, Irish was just keeping up, and he just had so much pace, and I don't know how we done the soft to mediums at the end. That was a great strategy for me.
So yeah, so speaking of the strategy, was it a 2-stop, 3-stop for you today?
It was a two-stop. I went from soft, medium, mediums, but like when I was going to pit for mediums for the second time, but on the first stint, it wasn't really that wary. But I thought I'd just go into the mediums. I don't want to take the risk of trying to push to go into the softs. But Irish done an amazing job. But I'm happy that I done the two-stop. Like, it just showed how much pace the mediums have against the hards.
I was about to say, were you surprised by your pace today? I mean, it all started from qualifying. I mean, that was an extraordinary time. The only guy, you were the only one to post a 1:29. That's GP1 pace you put it in there.
No, I think I beat my time trial time. I think it's a 29.3. I'm not sure, but I'm happy with that. I've just been practicing around this track quite a lot since I think last Sunday. So I think just the practice pays off. You know, practice makes perfect.
I mean, now you got the race victory in yourself. Looking forward to Holland next week.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks. Love that track, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'll come back to you very shortly. Let's go to Mead & Crombie. That's in the Williams. So Mead & Crombie, well done to you for second place. I mean, you should be very happy, aren't you? So the strategy today, I mean, both you and Frederick, you two as teammates, the Williams were absolutely rocking GP2 today. Were you quite happy with the Williams performance today? So what's it like having Frederick as a teammate then? So yeah, so we got Holland coming out next week. You think you can get another supreme result for Williams like you did today? That's fantastic news. I don't think the third place man, New Potato, will be joining us. So yes, I want to say to Crombie, what do you think of New Potato's strategy lasting out those medium tyres? And Jans, with this performance today, if there's a reserve spot for GP1, do you think you want to take the GP1 spot as a reserve and see how you get on with the big guns?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think that'd be an opportunity to see how I am with the fastest drivers in SFR. So yeah.
And now, do you think you can really take on the big boys?
Yeah, I think my aim in GP1 would be top 5. To do the time that in China in qualifying, I think that the top 5 could be realistic.
I mean, with you saying that time, do you really believe? Because I think everyone in GP2 would be saying that's a one hell of a time. And were you quite surprised yourself to set that sort of time?
Yeah, because I only thought that I was going to be doing a 29.3, because I done a 29.4, but I invalidated on the final corner. But I thought I was going to be in the 29.3s. So yeah, I was really surprised at that time. I haven't done a time like that before. So yeah, really happy with it.
That's good to hear. So yeah, that is it for GP2 today. Hopefully we get to see landslides back in the car tomorrow. Hopefully we get to see that, because I'd love to see how it gets on with the big boys, but that'll be another day. So yeah, thank you for watching for GP2 today. Well done to Landslides, Crombie and New Potato for their podiums. And of course we'll see you next week for the Holland Grand Prix. Join us tomorrow for GP1 for Chinese Grand Prix for the final day of China. See you tomorrow for China. See you later.